Welcome back once again to the forecast. This is now known as the Threecast again for this week. Doc was at the NFL draft representing for BS3, so he will probably not be on tonight, but we got myself, H-Rap, and Wilkes with another great podcast for 3 Ways. It's available on Hulu. You can go check that out for yourself. And we'll be reviewing that tonight. Quite an interesting film, but we will dive into that. H-Rap, how you doing?
I'm good. Waiting for next week's episode of Mayhem in the Kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah, in the background, singing in the background. We've been working on Wilkes to get them get that cooking show together. Man, the dude can cook. If you follow him on social media, you should be. You are missing out. But David Wilkes on Facebook, so you can find all the delicious
from delicious
and,
dishes,
fixings, and that boy good.
It's like you just said. Like I was about to say before we started. Hey, I had never seen a black chef like that.
I blew my mind, man.
It's a little kid saying the same thing right now.
It blew my mind, man. I had not. It was crazy.
You're right. That's that impact that we can make that we sometimes don't realize we're making.
Yeah,
is when kids see what we're doing,
right,
and the impact that it makes on them. That they'll go further than we will. With some of these talents and skills and stuff we have.
Yeah.
But Wilkes, how you doing?
I'm good. Doing all right. I threw a quick meal together. I know some people like that's not quick. I was like, well, it's quick, but
trying to deal through that traffic. I don't know what time you end up getting home, but
about 6:15. But I usually eat after the show, but I'm going to try to get my workout in after the show, so I needed that protein. So didn't want to eat too late.
That's what's up. All right, let's go to the chat. We got Trey Naturals in the building. Thank you for tuning in.
I gotta order something from her.
Appreciate you for stopping through, checking in with us. Together we break chains production. Is that I thought that was maybe
she's out of LA.
Oh, okay. For some reason I thought that was April Showers. Maybe she just changed.
They do a lot of collabs.
Okay, cool. Appreciate you for tuning in. All right, so 3 Ways is the name of this film, and it was recommended. A-Trap, I think that was one that you dropped in the chat, and we take recommendations, people. So let me say that if you have something that you think you want us to review, let us know, and we will definitely do what we can to review that, because this is it's an interactive show. We want you to be as interactive in the show as we are conversating about it and commenting and chatting and all that stuff. So 3 Ways, it's available on Hulu. Let me read the description since Doc is not here, but it says it's a sex comedy told in 3 ways. Sexually awkward Stacey Johnson decides to take control of her life, cancel her ex, and conquer her fears by having a threesome with her new beau and mysterious woman she's never met. What could possibly go wrong? What a great description, because that's exactly what this came down to.
Man. Oh, God.
Exactly what this came down to. But let's get into some initial thoughts. And first off, I'll say it gave me some. If you remember the movie Booty Call, with Jamie Foxx, was that Tommy Davidson?
Yes,
Vivica Fox
and Jada. Was Jada? No, Jada wasn't. That was Vivica Fox. I don't remember who the other chick was.
Yeah, she's been in so many movies. I forgot what her name is.
On that one, which I didn't watch that one.
yeah, that it also gave me like weird 40-year-old virgin vibes.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that movie's hilarious. But yeah, I didn't think it wasn't bad. You could tell obviously a lot of the actors are new. This wasn't now Stacey Johnson, the main actor though. She's actually she's a Canadian actor. She's actually been in quite a few films. Her name is Andrea Lewis, and so she was in Degrassi High. Actually, that's one of those sitcom type TV shows. But so yeah, it was some, you could kind of tell it was some B acting, if you will. But I'm not. It wasn't horrible, and it was directed by a black crew. Everybody in the film was black, so that's what we do. We pay homage to those types of films. So yeah, that's my initial thoughts.
Pamela Jones.
Oh yeah, Pamela Jones.
Pamela
Jones.
Girl from Booty Call.
Yeah.
I couldn't think. That's why I was like, who's the other chick? I couldn't think of.
Yeah. All right, A-Trap, initial thoughts.
It was kind of corny. It was cool, It was kind of corny. I think they were pushing it a little bit, but I got the concept. It was one of those concept films that you get the meaning of it, and I think I guess it's been my reoccurring theme. I think it's just one of those things that we continue as a community. We can continue to try to expand instead of just go forward. And this is who we are. This is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
I think they overdid the blackness thing. They just should have just been cool.
Played on that.
Yeah, they played on the blackness thing a little too hard. Just be who you are and do your thing, and it's going to be fun.
Right.
Yeah. Let me give a shout out to Anna. She is a writer, a journalist for BSU Network. She's putting out articles 1 to 2 times a week. Thank you for tuning in. She said, I haven't heard about this show before, but I just saw it in my Facebook notifications, so I decided to check it out. We appreciate you for coming through. And this is the forecast with myself, A-Trap, Wilkes. We normally have Dark here. He is not on tonight. He was at the draft. So it's normally the 4 of us. We review black films, black stand-up comedies, documentaries, and that's kind of our niche and our lane. So thank you for coming through. Jungle Brother in the building. Thank you for tuning in as well. Side note, let me know how you feel about the Giants, about their draft. You can put that in the chat. And Wilkes, initial thought.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely got Booty Call. I was getting all of those. I was getting what was another one? I mean, How to Be a Player.
Yeah,
I think Bill Bellamy was in that movie. It was definitely one of those movies that kind of was pulling from that. I picked up some 90s kind of like those vibes. And then it was kind of funny just hearing stories about how people are so excited about threesomes, but then they go terribly wrong, or they don't go the way they thought they were going to go. So I've heard stories. So this makes it even more just like, oh gosh, like this is great. Yeah. But it was at times. I have to say, I did check out. I was looking at recipes on my phone, and I go even lie. I was thumbing through recipes.
You and me both. It was a couple minutes where I was like,
and then I kept,
all right. Yeah.
And then I kept repositioning on the couch. I was like, man, what do they got me watching? And I was like, what is this?
Hey, that's a black people term. That's a black people term. What you got me doing over here?
Exactly.
What is we gonna do?
Right. Exactly. So it was definitely one of those where it had me interested from the beginning, because of course her girlfriend was gassing her up. Kind of like, oh, well, you need to be doing this. It definitely had some insecure vibes too. So
that was a good point. You mentioned that earlier today. Yeah. I definitely agree with that. This was right up that insecure alley with her and her girlfriend, and how they basically kind of going through life.
Yeah.
And I think just on to kind of bring this together, that's what porn has done to like people's brains. Like people think that this is like everything is just to be all cool, and it's just and there ain't be no issues, and you got to deal with feelings, you got to deal with people.
Right. Then when you show up,
why your eyes get so big?
Porn. Porn.
Hey,
And then
that's
when you
about
show
what
up
this.
like somebody's too short, like they're not tall enough. Somebody, it's like you can't put all these people in these positions, man. It's like
Yeah.
it's all staged.
It's not. It's not always what you see on
right.
film. It ain't always what it is.
Please expound.
What's that?
I think
Please, details, please. Couple porn stars on here. I never knew you guys was side gigging as porn stars.
What you watch on film, and then when you try it out in real life, it don't always equal.
Yeah, that ain't. I was like, oh, okay.
I think that's what was going through probably all three of their minds, throughout this whole film.
I'm pretty sure. And then they were kind of like taking forever to get to the point. It was like, oh, okay, we're gonna do some shrooms, and then we go hit this weed. I was like, man, come on, man, y'all got to do all this to get ready, man. I mean,
yeah, you got to be ready. Stay ready.
It's on Hulu, and it's definitely not a safe. This is not safe.
You gotta watch that one in a dark room in the closet.
Yeah, really. You gotta watch this one away from the kids.
Let me tell you what.
Kids do not love this.
I'm so glad I watched this in the house alone.
Yeah.
I'm like 30% deaf, so I got to have the TV sky high, and then at one point it was I was like,
that would not have been that bad. Anna says Hulu worth the money. I've been thinking about it for a while. It's if you like TV shows, it's worth it. You can get the package deal with Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. So
how much that cost a month? ESPN and Disney Plus.
The whole package, I think,
is it $89?
It's like $15.
Oh, I'm about to say $89.
Oh, he's talking about Disney. But the Hulu Live, it's up there.
Yeah, Hulu Live is up there. Yeah,
it's up there.
I don't need to see live. I need to see dead.
Well, that's free.
Yeah. All right, so the characters, we have Stacey, Lorraine, and Justin. So these are the three people that are gonna have this three-way. From what I understood, Stacey and Justin were dating. They were the ones that were in a relationship, but then when Lorraine came in, it almost seemed like they were in a relationship. So this was kind of like
why couldn't I get that Kendrick Lamar line out of my head? But I don't think her name was Lorraine. Was it Lorraine in the song?
Yep.
I think it was Lorraine. Was it Lorraine?
I thought it was Lorraine too.
Yeah, he left Lorraine that Burn came on.
I was like, damn, this is a Kendrick Lamar move.
Yeah.
Nah, this was this was kind of making me think about just the thing with Jada and Will. What was the term they were using?
Entanglement.
That's what this was making me think of. This is some
I don't know if I'm old enough for this episode. Talking about porn and
I was watching. I'm telling you, I was like, what do they got me watching?
But I think this, and A-Trap, I go to you, and then Wilkes. I think this is what the misconceived notions that people have. I think that showed this in this film, because obviously it talked about each of their own thought process, what they felt, their thoughts going through their head.
Well, that's something I did enjoy about it, because most movies of this nature, like y'all said, Booty Call and How to Be a Player, you don't really get a backstory on anyone. It's just rush you into action, and then you figure out what it is. With this one, you had a young lady who was sexually uptight. Men were leaving her alone, and they never even touched on it. But I was like, hey, maybe she's just not into you, bro. You know, because people who are into people make sacrifices. You know what I mean?
Right.
So then, I really was digging that. Again,
protect your ears, Pastor Dodd. Protect your ears, Pastor Dodd.
Oh yeah. It's a whole lot of butt naked up in here.
Bucket naked,
bucket naked. Or you can be like, or you can be like my boy. Oh gosh, what was his name? Bernie Mac. That smelled like Paducci.
It was a whole lot of.
It was a whole lot. Yeah.
You got the backstory, which was, I'm telling you, man, this is, remember last week I said when we was watching the Monique movie,
right?
I graded on the curve because I saw the budget.
Yep.
If this was a higher budget film with a higher quality director, I think this would have been a good film. Because think about it, man. This, like you mentioned it a second ago, Ben. Everybody want to do this till it's time to do it, and then they address the things that have to be going through people's head. Can I satisfy both these women?
Right.
No comment. Can I satisfy both these women? And am I gonna come too fast? It was just, and then these women going, "Hey, I want this man." It was, the concept itself was dope. It was just poorly funded.
Right.
Yeah, and I wonder what the budget was. While we talking, let me look that up real quick. See if they even have that.
Like
it couldn't have been that great. It stayed in like 2 or 3 different places.
Yeah. It was the car. It was their apartments, basically.
Yeah, walking down the street.
Yeah, walking down the street.
Was there a restaurant involved? I think it was a restaurant involved.
Yeah.
I think she met a friend at a restaurant.
But this and Wilkes, I'll go to you. But this definitely had Insecure vibes.
Yeah.
This was probably, I don't know if she was a consultant or she had, Issa Rae had anything to do with it, but that this was definitely up that type of alley.
I'm looking it up now.
They get it might be on IMDb. Sometimes it'll get the budget on IMDb.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to look it up and see. Yeah, normally it has it like somewhere.
They usually have it in Wikipedia as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this one has a Wikipedia page.
It doesn't.
Yeah, but hey, to be able to put a film together, obviously we break down films and we talk about them. But it's a lot of moving parts, especially in a film like this when it's like I said, it's a sex comedy, which there's obviously sex involved, but you're trying to make it funny. It's a lot of moving pieces. So I give them respect for being able to have that comedic part, but also
oh wow.
Go ahead.
Oh no, this ain't it.
Oh.
This ain't it. It said 2000. It said 1994, and I was like, nah, that ain't it.
Oh no, yeah, that ain't it.
That ain't it. But anyway,
whatever. But Wilkes, kind of give me your thoughts on that. The misconceived notions that people have.
Oh no, it absolutely. I mean, that's why it was so funny to me when even when he was on the couch, and the effect of what he, I guess with the mushrooms, I guess he took and they kicked in. He's kind of like, yeah. He got, man, did I have too many? Like, man, I hope she's not ready. I was like, well, I'm not ready, but maybe she's ready. Well, let me go down a little bit. Let me stay down, maybe to get up. It was just like he needed that help. Even when he went to the car, he was like, man, I'm having some issues there. But yeah, I think it's one of those things where you just expect out of the gate, everybody's gonna be attracted to everybody. And am I gonna be able to contribute? Do I want to contribute? Oh well, wait a minute. It was different before we got down to the wire. So it's like
it was a Slick Rick moment. It was the moment I figured.
Exactly. Hey, you're absolutely right. It was kind of like, oh, we all ready to go, but it's like now you need that boost. You need that glass of wine. You need that edible.
Don't fail me now.
Yeah.
I gotta tell this.
As they say, you need that.
Mike Jones.
Need that threesome courage.
Yes. Yeah, it was quite a few songs. I was thinking about while watching this.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lorraine comes in, and I like how they told the story from the 3 different perspectives.
Yes.
I think that's becoming a reoccurring theme in TV shows and movies because you want to see the backstory in people.
Yeah, because when you watch it, they make it seem like everybody's on one accord.
Right. They just make it seem like everybody just walked in the door and everybody cool and there's no storyline to it.
Everybody's not on one accord.
Yeah. And a great show, side note, I think it's Euphoria. Yeah, I think it's Euphoria.
Yeah.
That show is off the rails, but what they do a really good job at is telling the backstory of each character. So then when you get through the first season, you're like clamoring for the second season because you know what the backstories is for each one, so you know where they can go with it. So they did a good job with this, with that aspect of it, I'll say.
Yeah. I was watching first season of Flintstones. I got the backstory on everybody. On HBO Max.
Oh man.
Did y'all know Betty? No, I'm just playing.
About to get deep on the Flintstones.
Right.
Yeah, Betty was out there for a minute. They had season 1. She was
kind of out there.
Betty was out here, man.
Yeah.
She for the streets.
For the streets.
Yeah, like Steve Harvey's daughter.
Oh, like Steve Harvey's wife.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, wife too?
Hey man, I saw a video yesterday about Steve Harvey's wife, Jack.
Man, I don't doubt it.
His current wife?
I can't doubt it.
Current wife. She for the streets, Jack.
I can't doubt it.
Man, Steve, I
don't know
what truth it is.
I think honestly, I think marriage start to look different when you start to make more money. Like if you don't have it start to look different. I mean, we've seen it in numerous actors and artists and stuff. Depending on what your values are, depending on how you live,
right?
Maybe it'll be starting to look more like a
eyes wide shut.
Yeah, more like a
Stanley Kubrick.
Man,
yeah.
I pray that none of that stuff I saw in that video, that Willie D video yesterday was. But Willie D is usually a solid dude on the info.
Yeah,
how can you doubt it though? I mean, when you trace her back,
I ain't doubting. I'm saying I pray.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, no, I hear you. Like, please be not real.
Right.
Yeah. Willie D, shout out to him, man, with his podcast. Does him and Scarface do it together? Or it's just Willie D's?
For the last 2 episodes, no, they had this falling out around the Grammys.
Really?
It blew up. It got kind of ugly.
They was beefing about the Grammys?
Yeah. Willie D was upset that Scarface did the Grammys, that the hip hop tribute without him. He was like, man, they did the Ghetto Boys song.
Oh, yeah.
And you didn't have me on the stage.
Yeah, that's gonna be some beef right there. Especially if you got a group and there's only one group member on stage. Yeah, that's gonna be.
He was like, man, you got a dope enough career. You should have did one of your songs instead of doing the Ghetto Boys song.
Doing the Ghetto Boys song, yeah, that makes sense. Shout out to Theodora Harper in the building. Said, hey, Forecast, thank you for tuning in. This is good to hear. Anna, she wrote an article and people have been roasting it, but hey, it gets people talking. That's what we talked about earlier today.
All right, but it's out there.
Yeah, it's out there. It's gonna get people talking. That's the biggest thing. All right, so I immediately started thinking about Booty Call, the movie, everyone. When he went to end up going to the store. Is that Booty Call movie, man, they went to the store, they was like at the tiny spot. It was just they were never gonna get it in. There was never gonna be any.
There was always something coming up.
There was always something coming up.
Something
so that immediately made me think about that.
Wait a minute, I don't have the right size. Yeah,
and then a few months ago, I told y'all Jimmy Foxx made horrible movies. I rest my case.
Hey, and hopefully Jamie Foxx is doing better from what I've read. He seems to be doing well.
Yeah, how's he been doing? It's been kind of hush hush. I hadn't heard anything.
They said it was a stroke.
On the hush hush.
We're too busy with Bud Light pulling penises out of the can, so I didn't know if it took over in the news or not.
Okay.
Yeah, but hopefully Jamie's doing better.
Sorry, newcomers. Sorry, I'll be light tonight. Sorry.
Hey, if you haven't watched any of these episodes, you need to go back and watch some episodes because this is not your mom and pop. This is not for kids. That's why I start at 8:30, 9:30 Eastern. The kids be in the bed. Yeah. My babies. All right, so it shows how they met, which I thought that was good. I felt like you needed to have that in this type of film where they were going with it. And I like hearing the thoughts in their head because how many of us just go through that on a daily basis? We thinking about what's going on with what's going on with this person? What's going on? Yeah. Are they talking about me with all these different things?
Yeah.
Pastor Don said, "What was in the can?"
Nah, Pastor Don, I can't go back. People just been losing their mind over this Bud Light thing or whatever it is.
So yeah, talk about it for a minute, because I don't know what's going on either.
I didn't know much about it. A-Trap may have heard some things, but I didn't even know about it until somebody mentioned Kid Rock had got involved. But something about Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch, not just Bud Light, but Anheuser-Busch as a whole, as a company, they got into an agreement or deal with a transgender person. But I don't know much about them, and I don't. I didn't keep up, man. Well, I check out on the weekends when it comes to news. Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm like done. I'm over it.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know much. People are like a lot of country stars, I say a lot of country singers, but I've heard some of the country artists have kind of raised up. I don't know who else, but then you've got Donald Trump Jr. that jumps in. And he's only doing it so he can look good for possibly a future run. He's like, oh, we should calm down all this rhetoric against Anheuser-Busch. But Anheuser-Busch and the NRA also line your pockets. Mm-hmm. So he's got to look like he's definitely standing with them. Because when that check roll out for that future campaign endorsement, he needs to make sure that he was an ally of them. So
Right.
I don't know. That was it. I could be wrong. I could be missing something. A-Trap usually has his ears to the street pretty good when it comes to stuff like that, so he may know.
Yeah, A-Trap got all the tranny info.
Hey.
Just ask A-Trap. He know about the trans people.
No, man. Trans people. Hey, man. Hey, watch out, David Chappelle. Watch out now.
Right. And Anna says the transgender person was Dylan Mulvaney.
Even Anna knows more than me. I didn't pay attention. I check out on the weekend. I'm too busy studying how to make sure a Blanc sauce is not clumpy. So that's just
Hey, and it's better to not be so involved with everything that's going on because it can just engulf you at some point.
Well, basically, man, here's a situation. They had a deal with a transgender person to promote Budweiser. Kid Rock goes get a 12-pack, pulls out AR-15, blasts the 12-pack. So I'm through with you guys. Blah, 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 blah. That's what I'm doing, man. So a bunch of goofballs line. They get in line with that foolishness, and now it's a thing. That's it.
Yeah. And
here's what I usually say to that. I'm not trying to make the show about that, so my apologies. But it's like, how many LGBTQ people have touched your product in the assembly line? You're worried about a transgender person? Stop going outside, because maybe a transgender handed you your plate at lunch and you can't tell the difference anyway.
Right.
So and
he sold you that gun.
Right. He showed you that pistol, and that's different. But but other than that, it's like, come on, man. It's just, I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
just don't shake up the can.
It's true.
Yeah.
I get messy. Money shot.
Agreed. Some people take things so seriously in general. I feel like most people are deranged.
Okay.
It's quite a few people.
Say most people. Let's just say who it is. White men.
Exactly.
Some. Let's say some.
Oh, all right. So got that contract. Yeah, some of y'all. Sorry.
Some. Yeah.
The end of the bench says it's most. I'm just saying.
And the survey says.
And the survey says.
Yes.
All right. So they saw how they met, and then the 60-year-old
healer.
Yeah, that cut. Hey, that was a whole.
Hey man.
Hey, that was a whole curveball. I was like, what this dude got to do with anything in this?
Yeah, why is he?
I was like, there's no way. Like, I don't understand how they came together. They didn't really talk about that part.
Right. Like he's a shaman or something for her or something like that.
Yeah, like they didn't talk about how they got together, which I didn't understand that part. That part was a little.
Well, I mean, it was simple. That was her current boyfriend. They were in an open relationship. And he did, because they were so spiritually connected, they didn't have any traditional Western boundaries. So she could, because remember, at one point when she was obsessed with Homeboy, She was laying in the bed with the other dude. He was on the right.
Yeah.
She was in the middle, texting homie, and 61-year-old buddy was on the left.
Right.
Yeah.
Sleep.
Yeah. So they just had an open relationship, and because remember, he said, "I can't believe a 61-year. You want me to let a 61-year-old man who let me sleep with his woman give me a massage?" He said, "He ain't letting you do nothing. This is my cooch."
Welcome to the show, Anna. Come in. Yes, come inside. Yes, please. Please.
What's up? What's up? Just Joe in the building. Thank you for tuning in.
Man,
yeah,
it is.
Yeah. So that part, and that guy, he was probably the most well-known actor. I feel like I've seen that guy in some other things.
I didn't look him up, but he did look familiar.
Yeah, I've seen him in several Colt 45 commercials.
How about a Colt 45? Yeah. The gutter liquor, Colt 45.
Billy D.
Billy D.
All the way, man.
Yeah. But that and then him getting in the car. First of all, where was the dude parked? And he just kind of walks up like,
"Yeah,
hey,
man,
you look familiar."
Yeah. He's like, "Tony, what are you doing here?
Want me to go get him?"
Right.
Yeah. He was like, "Nah, I'm just kind of I'm kind of in the neighborhood." Like, you waiting on her to get done so she come out to get in the car.
While he out there asleep.
Yeah, like he out there listening to jazz, listening to some Kenny G while he waiting on his girl.
Yeah,
get smashed up.
Right, exactly.
Bang bang.
I'm actually enjoying this show. If it's a show, we review. We review films and documentaries and such. But appreciate you for tuning in.
Yeah, nobody wants to continue with their work after work.
Yeah,
wants to do that.
Really. But Justin was just completely out of it. Like he seemed like he was the only one that was high. Everybody else seemed to be. I don't know. They didn't seem as high as he did. Maybe he had too many.
Because he said in his mind, he was probably like, "Man, you got to do this, man." He wouldn't have got that help from Tony if he knew something was there. Obviously, I mean, he couldn't get it up for the ladies. I mean, he need a little help, man.
Hey, you just like wandering around the neighborhood. I was like, you about to get pulled over or something.
If this dude looking for hand jobs, man, I'm turning this shit off right now. Man. I gotta go. I'm like, hey, y'all gotta chill out, man.
Oh, I thought he was about to get pulled over, and then that would have, and then he would have ended up going to jail. Then they would have bailed him out.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I thought that's kind of where they were going with this.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't think they were going to actually have the three-way at all.
Right. Because it was just so much.
It was so
much comical stuff in between.
Yeah.
But I can't front. That's when it got interesting. When they got high, it got interesting because now you get to understand what these ladies are going through psychologically. You understand the stresses that he got. Right. I think part of his extended high was the anxiety.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And did y'all peep the Spike Lee part in the movie where she was sitting in the chair and she started going backwards or forwards?
Oh yeah.
Y'all peep that?
Yeah. That was Spike Lee.
Yeah,
there was another reference.
Signature Spike Lee right there.
There was another reference that I made. It was a poster on the wall or something like that that I saw, but I'd have to go back and share it later. But I forgot about it. It was a reference to like an older movie that we had seen.
Yeah, that's the Chiefs. He said all he needed was one of those blue pit. Nah, he was good. I don't think that's what he needed.
He got Tony to doctor him.
Yeah. It was like, whoa, your hands getting a little too close there, homie. Getting a little too close.
Got that Bob Doe. Shout out to Bob, RIP. Shout out to Bob Doe.
RIP.
Yeah, RIP.
I just realized what you said.
It was slick, man. It was slick. He was slick with it on the fly. Yeah.
But Shorty with the dress was kind of hot, man. I must admit, she was kind of hot.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when they were messing with my mind, I literally kept going back to Intergalactic on IMDb because she looked like Meadow from Intergalactic.
Yeah.
Even the part where they were on the couch and they had the scene in his studio, I was like, okay, this is too much like Intergalactic. Like it was crazy. I was like, what is happening here?
Yeah, and she looked like she kind of looked like the actor from Girlfriends.
Golden Brooks.
The one that was all
Yeah, the other. I think the other one.
The one that's always homeless. She always eating everybody's food. What was her name? She had the tattoo on her arm.
Yeah,
homeless one.
Yeah, she was homeless.
The less attractive one.
Yeah, they tried, but
yeah, she wasn't on that.
Yeah, they tried, but
she was the cousin. She wasn't no girlfriend. She was the jump off.
She was just the neighbor down the street.
No, she wasn't no girlfriend. She was. I see why you ain't got no girlfriend.
You said Dark must be in Disley.
This.
I don't know. He was at the draft, so he got home recuperating, probably getting ready.
Where's the draft? You know what? I literally have not kept up with it. Where's the draft at this year?
The Chiefs.
Kansas City.
Kansas City?
Very interesting spot to have draft. Never had it there before, but they're kind of moving around from city to city. Yeah, he's normally on the show. He's normally the fourth member. I.e. the forecast. That's how we kind of came up with that. But yeah, he's normally on, not tonight. He should probably be back next week. But so kind of the vibe between the three of them. And then as soon as they came to the door, Justin came to the door, he was like, man, I thought you was going to back out. So like, hey, if she did, because then when you get towards the end and you see how, Justin and Lorraine's relationship, like they would have been fine if she didn't come in.
Yeah, they was
if
cool.
She didn't come, the night would have been fine. They would have definitely got off. So, they didn't really need her. But she was kind of that, her character was basically like the awkward friend in any movie or TV show. That was her role. She played that role pretty well.
She did.
Now, I don't know if she's like that in real life, but she played that role.
She did pretty good.
I mean, I enjoyed her character because, I ain't gonna say I think she represented most people on Earth. Think about it, man. The first time we grown, the first time you were ready to give somebody oral sex, you wasn't just down there. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, right. You was like,
it was like,
so
it's like hominy grit.
Yes.
Right, like I got a homeboy. Shout out to my homeboy Sean Gilla. Sean Jones was the first person in my crew to do that. So we all 16, 17 years old, and we was like, cause we used to call him Sean Gilla. We're like, Gilla, what it tastes like. And Sean Jones is a human cartoon character, man. One of the funniest human beings in the history of the world. I'm gonna give you backstory on Sean Gilla, man. When we were adults, years after this, we were at some club, and Jungle Fever. Chicago was very segregated, but we went to a mixed club this one night because we didn't have to sneak in no more. And Jungle Fever is playing in the club, and these white girls are dancing with Sean Jones. He's a linebacker, he's a big old dude, and Sean Jones start yelling out, I got a big black penis. She won't big black in the club, loud over the music. So that's Sean Jones. But Sean Jones, cats was like asking Sean, "Hey man, because we kids, what it tastes like, Gilla?" Oh no, yeah, he did it at 16. Gilla was wild, man. Gilla was wild. Now he's a wild. To this day, he a wild guy.
To this day.
Yeah.
But Gilla said, we sitting around, I think we was all sneaking beer this day. We was 16, 17 years old. Somebody got us. This dude named Sko probably got us some beer. So Cat's like, hey, Gilla, what it tastes like? No, I had to be 18 because I'm old. I'm a year older than Gilla. It's like, what it tastes like, Gilla? Gilla goes, like hot beer and pizza. And left it right there. We like,
Man said hot beer pizza.
I never forgot that, man. Jones, man, funniest dude in the world, man.
Hey, everybody got that cat that, man, is he's the one, he's the guinea pig, if you will. The one doing everything, and then he come back to you and tell you.
Jones,
we had a cat. Yeah, we had a cat like that too in high school because he was held back a grade, so he was like the one, whatever we needed. He was the one that was able to get it. We
right,
was
right,
yeah. So yeah, we got the
Kevin Brooks.
Got the cat.
That was Brooks.
Oh, Golden.
You know what I'm saying? That's who Brooks was. As far as Brooks get anything. Brooks
Oh.
get you a gun, weed. Brooks get you anything.
Don't ask no questions.
Yeah, don't ask no questions.
Just don't ask where I got it.
Yeah, right.
I'm telling you, man. Brooks is the first dude I ever seen sneak a gun in high school.
Wow.
God rest his soul.
Wow.
Kevin Brooks. I mean, we were freshman year. He was like, "Check it out." Bruh, it's 84.
Yeah.
This is
when y'all was in school and he was like, check it out.
He's like, check it out. He's like, me and my man Alex Brandy walked away like, Brooks had a gun, man.
Right.
Like, so, but back
to head scratcher.
Yeah. I mean, Brooks, man. Yeah.
Crazy.
He ended up killing himself by mistake.
Really?
Playing with a gun and it went off and popped him in his head.
Wow. Wow. I was not expecting that to be the way that he passed.
Right.
Yeah. Brooks was a
wild natural causes.
Oh, no. Brooks.
Yeah,
natural causes. Brooks can still be here. He only 52.
Wow.
Well, I said it must have been something else, but yeah.
So he was definitely wild to the end.
Yeah, to the very end. Yeah,
the very end.
But yeah, old girl was, I that's what I was digging about this, man, because the inner monologue was super dope because it humanized people, like y'all was saying earlier. When you watching these movies and these threesomes come up, it's like, yeah, I'm down, and then you do it, and it's like, yeah, I just did it. Yeah. No apprehension whatsoever. Everybody has a little trepidation, and I really appreciated that. Again, I graded it on a curve because of the budget. The budget wasn't a high budget. Yeah. So, and then it was like, I mean, I really appreciated the inner monologue. That's why I was getting down. I was digging it, man.
Yeah, and it had a 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb, and it was nominated for 2 the American Black Film Festival. 2 nominees in 2022: Best Narrative Feature, Best Screenplay.
Oh wow!
I mean, like people, obviously people were digging it. To be able to get it on.
And the fact that it got Best Screenplay,
that was nominated.
That's what I'm saying, but yeah, just to be nominated for that, I mean,
that's big time. I mean, with all the films that we as Black people create, I mean, there's so many year after year after year.
Yeah,
definitely gotta pay respect to it, and with actors that are not well known, but you could follow along clearly with the storyline. It wasn't like it was too far fetched or too over the top, and it wasn't even too.
I wouldn't even expect. I expected some craziness. There was going to be some craziness. We've seen these with 40-year-old virgin,
right?
Knocked Up.
Right. Yeah.
We've seen these, something about Mary. I mean,
what I really appreciated? This is gonna make me sound like I'm a lame, but hey, man, I've been called worse. What I really appreciated was the lack of nudity.
Yeah,
because in movies like this,
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
they usually just walk around naked,
right?
Hey,
Yeah.
But it was very tastefully done.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
absolutely. And it was only like toward the end, last 10 minutes.
Right.
You only saw like a flash of it, and I was like, wow,
Yeah,
it
didn't go all the way. Yeah, it didn't go all the way.
Yeah,
right.
All the way there. I mean, they could have, but they didn't.
It wasn't like a Manuel's Quest on like Skinamax late at night.
Oh my God, I ain't heard that in a long. Hey, boy, you're not old enough.
Oh, hey, I don't think I was.
hey, boy, I wasn't old enough to see that.
I was like, what in the world?
Hey, Wilkes. 2:00 in the morning, cut the volume all the way.
Yeah. Looking around like, hey,
real quick.
Praying to get up out that bed. Like,
right.
Hey, you gotta turn it real quick.
Kids will never understand the power of the recall button on the remote.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That recall button was beat down proof.
Nope.
Yeah.
No. Hey. This was let me show you how I was a recall veteran, Jack. You hit recall and then look, that's what you do. You hit recall.
You type in the other number.
And you turn it to ESPN.
Yeah.
You hit recall and go to TBS, and then you turn it to TNT or ESPN. So when she grabbed it, what you looking at?
Yeah, right. I'm not watching.
Look at your pants. The 18 got you like that.
Look at this up. Look at this up.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That recall button, baby.
Yeah. And then the internet came out.
Right. Then the internet came.
And then man, AOL, man, them pictures be like,
oh my God. That was painful.
Oh man. You better make sure you get it all in on that one.
Oh my God.
Because it's gonna load in like this.
It's gonna start from the bottom.
You keep the mouse on the X because you're not gonna get the whole flick, Jack.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's gonna bring up on you.
Man.
I'm like, wait a
minute. The internet changed the game, man. So many ways.
Hey, can't be watching that dial-up porn, man. You gonna get upset.
Oh boy, because it's loud.
Right.
What you doing on there? Oh, nothing, man.
Yeah, you're supposed to be in the bed.
Research.
I'm doing some homework. I'm doing this research project.
Throw a blanket over so it don't make noise. I'm like, not that 250, not that 56K modem. Nah.
You're not doing no research project at 2 a.m.
Yeah, it sound like a fax machine loading up.
Man.
But yeah, basically, man,
something else. Kids are sneaking on the phone in the middle of the night with your homies.
Oh yeah.
Shorty, and then your mom, like man, Big Illinois and my man Drastic, they will not let me live this down. I think I was senior high school, and we on the phone. It's like 2:00 in the morning. We talking about whatever. We
yeah.
And next thing you know, you hear my mom pick up the phone. Brian, get your ass off the phone. If I see Big Illinois 10 times, sometimes Big Illinois will call me just to say, Brian, get your ass off the phone.
Hey, well,
classic, man. Classic.
We used to, I don't know about y'all, Wilkes, I don't know about you. We used to call into them lines.
Oh, absolutely.
Then we get everybody on the phone.
Yes.
Now when I look back on it, that was so stupid. I mean,
man, that was dope, man.
I was just on there because my homeboy was like, "Man, you should jump on there," and I'm like,
"That was
like
social media before social media."
That was social media.
That was on the phone. Twitter, Jack. Hey,
you had 9 people talking at the same time.
I used to get private rooms, man. You were a rookie, man. You go to a private room.
Yeah, 9 people on the phone at the same time.
To go to a different room. Come on,
right? You'd be like, "Hey, meet me in 6."
What? Right.
I see all in the whole slow down,
man.
You were in the A and then like that. You know how many people? No.
We was going to strip clubs. We ain't doing no phone thing.
Yeah,
that was in high school. Yeah.
Hey, bro.
You got somebody.
Hey, you should have. I wasn't at the
The party line.
Hey, man.
That was it. That was social media before social media.
In the
before these dating websites.
In the A, it went down, bro.
Yeah. Speaking of that, the Freaknik documentary coming out. Everybody, hide your kids, hide your wives.
Lock them up.
I'm not
be your daddy.
I'm not watching that, man. For real. I ain't even I'm not even on no moral high horse.
Yeah.
I ain't, I'm a man, so I ain't, they can't embarrass me, and I never did anything ridiculous.
Right.
But I don't think that's cool at all, man, to expose people like that.
You already know it's gonna have lawsuits for that happen? Because
is this a collection of
Wilkes?
It's public.
Okay. Yeah, it's in public. Wilkes. The last time I went, 1999.
Yeah.
I went 99, yeah. Me, Stacey, my man Wilburn. We pulled up by the Georgia Dome, me, Stacey, and Wilburn. We jumped off the ride. Wilburn got the video, right? I don't know where that video at to this day. Bruh.
You about to see it in a week or two.
Right. Yeah. It's this chick on the back of this Jeep.
Yeah.
And homeboy, that deep.
I can believe it.
Wow.
I can believe it. Dude, man, I don't even know how this is even on Hulu. It needs to be on HBO.
Okay, did people sell this? Because it's not public if it was people's tapes.
No, if it's people, if somebody found my tape and did it, you can't sue me because you were dumb.
Yeah. Because I got your it's not technically your property at that point because it's like, oh, well, you lost it.
It's public domain.
It's public domain. At that point.
Who knows? It probably could have been online too.
And who the hell's recording that shit?
honestly, all they probably had to do, all they probably had to do was go on YouTube and get the footage from there, or go to, one of these sites where you can upload stuff to. I mean, like,
of course, here in Texas, when I was growing up, people were talking about the Kappa Beach Party, so it was just like, oh Lord,
hey boy, them Daytona Beach joints was insane.
Yeah, by the time I got to the age, Freaknik was over with. They probably shut it down. I got there 2000. What was it?
Oh, it was long. It was
probably like was it 94, 96 or something on there.
Yeah, it was long gone after that. Because then, like I said, Texas had their version with the Kappa Party down in Galveston, which
I heard about the points.
They definitely don't want that footage to come out.
Yeah, nah.
I never went to the Galveston joints, but them Daytona Beach joints was insane.
Oh, yeah.
Virginia Beach joints was insane.
Uncle Luke, when they go
Luke, man. Yeah, Luke had his own tapes.
Yeah, I'm tell you something, man. It's a place that don't nobody even think it went down, but it went down. Last time I was there, me, my man, I can't say his name because I can't say what he did.
Yeah.
Me, my man, and my man, one of them was hitting the joint with Damon Stoudemire, man.
Damon?
Yeah, up at Martha's Vineyard, it used to go down, man.
Yeah.
Martha's Vineyard.
Martha's Vineyard.
We got a fan over there too.
We had a fan. I don't know. Hey, bro, they used to go down in the nights because Craig and Stacey was up at Roger Williams Law School. So, I mean, dude, we used to be on the kick. I'm talking about on the kick.
Yeah.
It was nothing for us to just be like Wednesday night, fools get refund checks or whatever, and be like,
yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
Living it up.
Yeah.
Living it up until that next semester.
We should go down. Man, y'all coming down.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's not even a question.
Yeah, it was like, what? Okay, it's on. I mean, we was road tripping for real. So I don't like that idea, embarrassing these people, man, because thank God I don't have anything in my past to do nothing like that. But it was some people doing some straight debauchery. And man, you were 19 years old.
There was a lot going on here. And a lot of these people were in college. So it's not like they were.
I see.
Well, that's just like with the Freaknik. I mean, the Kappa Party down in Galveston. We had people leaving high school.
Yes.
I was in high school when that was going on.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I saw Big. I saw a chick get down in front of Jamal's.
Wow. I believe it.
In front of Jamal's.
I would not be surprised. There were stories in high school of people doing all types of stuff.
It was insane, man. Yeah. So I mean,
I don't think anybody thought. Obviously, during that time, nobody thought that they would compile the footage and make a documentary.
Hey, nothing's ever really
making documentaries out of everything now, though. So
right.
You just better hope
you see it. It's like unseen
mama or
footage.
your auntie now.
I'm like, who's walking around with the handy cam? Like what?
No, I mean that was the thing because they were new, Wilkes. That was the new toy.
Right.
That was literally the iPhone.
Think it would be collected, right? Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
The handy cam. Yeah, that was the thing. Absolutely.
It was a smaller version. It was compact. All you do is plug that battery in, charge it up, and then the next day
like you said. But the fact that that the video has been stored somewhere and they don't look digitally remastered. It's like they just been in somebody's closet, somebody's shoebox.
One of my homeboys lost everything down in Freaknik, man. He said his name because he be on some sucker stuff. Aaron Foster, man. I'm saying your name, son. But, Aaron Foster. I'm saying your name again. Aaron Foster. But Foster went down there, man. It was this Creole chick, man. He lost it all, man. He went down there.
I can believe it.
I mean, she was a gorgeous girl, and we down there. He like, well, man, he stopped kicking it with us and started kicking it with her. Came back to the crib, quit his job, moved to Louisiana, and she Uncle filled that jump in a month.
What?
Wow.
Uncle filled that jump.
He straight did a Harlem Nights. Hey, baby, how you? Hey, where your mama at?
I ain't coming home.
I ain't coming back home.
Man, to this day, man, when we kick it, like it's this. I got this picture on my phone. We kicked it about 3 months ago, and my man Tracy was like, "I wonder if he still get his kicks on Route 66." Because he was out there, Joe.
Hey, I'll tell you this, man. When I first started going to the strip joints, man, T-Pain, I was like, I thought about risking it all. For real, I ain't gonna lie.
What was the most outrageous thing you saw at the strip club? What was the thing that made you go, "You got to be kidding" at the strip club? If that you can say on air.
Bullet holes, bullet wounds, and girl being pregnant up on stage.
You know what? Like, me out,
bro, it was. And look, we wasn't going. Look, we was on a budget. Okay, so we wasn't going to Magic City. None of them joints. We was going to the one down the street.
So back in the
Morehouse. Oh yeah.
We were. Hey, this was.
So back in the late '80s and '90s, here Cabaret was big, especially in the '90s, and so. Pretty much later, fast forward early 2000s, my homeboy, he's going, and I'm there, and I was like, man, she gonna drink you under the table, man. Stop drinking, man. And of course, what he do? He had one last shot. That dude was asleep on the table. So I'm just sitting there, just kind of like, yeah, he's asleep. Hey, they're like, hey, man, what's up with your boy, man? I was like, man, he out, man. Yeah. So I look over. And the next thing I see, this girl is eating out another girl at the strip club because it's all nude. And I couldn't understand why they were like crowding around. I'm like, y'all oral sex? Y'all right here in the cabaret? I was like, of course he was asleep. He slept through it.
Yeah. Hey, we used to, me and my we still one of my best friends to this day. We was roommates all throughout college. Yeah. And we would walk from, for those that are at the AUC or whatever. Yeah. ITC, because we couldn't stay at Morehouse because they had the lottery system, whatever. We used to walk from there to the joint and walk back. I mean, like it was on a budget, man.
Right, but that's a
4 mile walk.
That's a hike.
Yeah, got some exercise in.
Yeah,
but yeah. Hey, that was the spot, man. That was the spot.
The craziest thing I was seeing at the joint, I forgot the name of it. Just the joint used to serve the chicken wings.
Oh yeah,
they had a buffet.
Most of them, man. Some of them did have buffets. Yeah, I couldn't find myself
here now.
My man was slapping this girl on the butt, dipping his wings on the I was like, bruh.
Players Club right there.
Yeah, man. We used to. There was one time I was being funny, and I'm surprised they didn't kick me out or somebody didn't. But I was throwing quarters up on the stage one night.
Oh God!
I was like, you ain't worth $1. Sorry, I
didn't put some quarters up change. Yeah, throwing change up on the stage. Like it's damn.
I was never that dude that was in there. And last time I was in there,
I mean, I've had strippers upset at me because I'm not the basketball. First of all, the basketball game's on. Detroit is in like the third overtime. So I'm definitely
you're not paying attention to them,
Yeah, so she got upset, and I'm like, look, first of all, peer pressure. I'm here with my homeboy.
Right.
I really don't want to go to work and then come here and give you my hard-earned money. Like, I'm barely buying these high-ass beers that I'm drinking.
So. Yeah. Now that was in a past life because you ain't gonna catch me in one of them joints now. No. My money is
man, I was like that then, man. I was like, no, man.
Right. I didn't. And to Ben's point, my homeboy, I mean, he was the same way. It's like that T-Pain song came out. No, that was right. That was his anthem.
I was about to risk. I was about to risk it all. I'm about to call home like, hey, I ain't coming back home. I met this lady.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't do it, man.
And let's get to some comments here. Anna says, "What Other TV series y'all like to watch, man? We got a variety.
Oh my god!
I'm watching Succession right now. Atlanta.
I'm watching. What do you say, H.
Snowfall, Power Book 2.
I'm currently watching Severance on Apple TV. Watching Rabbit Hole on Paramount Plus because my boy Kiefer Sutherland, Jack Bauer, got to represent. And I'm kind of a sci-fi nerd, so I've been watching Picard season 3. Got to watch me some Star Trek, but that's about it.
Law and Order: Organized Crime is good.
Oh, you know what? I saw that was on.
Is that the one with Anthony Anderson?
No. This is new.
That's the one with the other.
They did another one.
That's the one with what's that guy's name? He was on SVU for the longest.
Yeah.
Right, he's doing it. Yeah. As soon as you get famous, you will see it again. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Man, there's gonna be some first ladies, some deaconesses ducking. You'll be ducking when that come out. Miss Thing for you. Thank you for tuning in. She said, "Hey guys,
howdy."
Man, we used to have a ball at Woodstock. Man,
I can only imagine.
That's before my time.
Yeah.
He said, "Ben, where was you? Because I will never hit that place. It was it was on the strip, not on the strip. It was on that same, whatever. I don't know what the name of the street was, but it was by the West End. It was right across the street.
Avenue O by Spelman.
Yeah, it was right across the street from the West End. There was I remember there was a Taco Bell there. Yeah, I don't even know what the place was called. We just called it the Spot. And we just went over there.
Right.
After a long week.
That episode on Atlanta. Hey man, I just see my coat.
Hey man, that show is pretty classic.
Yeah, I need to watch the last season. I hadn't watched it yet.
He said, I know it was the Blue Flame. We went there, but that wasn't in our budget. So we was going to how you eating food, looking at it. And then they would have like shrimp, all you can eat shrimp. I'm like, I am not eating shrimp.
First of all, I do not want booty glitter in my damn shrimp scampi.
Baby powder, baby oil.
I'm barely drinking alcohol here. Now you want me to eat?
Yeah, I don't think we ever ate there because I just couldn't see. I just couldn't see myself.
No, man.
Health violations all over.
The catch here when they advertised when we had Howard Stern and we had other stuff. But legs and eggs was always the thing.
Damn, that sounds nasty.
Oh, she don't apologize to me.
So not a fan of either Star Wars or Star Trek.
I'm there with it all day.
When will next episode of J-Bay's podcast upload? Probably if he's already done one, it'll probably be sometime tonight. But I'll check in on that. Atlanta Peach, is that she probably know where all the spots at. She is a man of the ladies.
I see you are a man of culture as well.
Hey.
Yeah.
Man, the A is a weird town though, man.
It is.
It's
very multi-dimensional. It's just like some of everything there, really.
I remember last time me and my man Nolan, I need to stop hanging out with people in Atlanta. They keep dying, man. Nolan died. But me and Nolan down there, man. We like Wilkes. We in what's that, Club Z or something like that?
Yeah.
And it was we watching Tracy McGrady score 32 in the fourth quarter on Kobe.
Saying, man. You got the game on, man.
We watching, and these chicks sitting over there watching us, and me and Nolan, we just chopping it up, you know. We watching the game. Right. And the waitress had been kikiing and ha with us. So she come to us and say, "Hey, no disrespect, but are you guys gay?" Like, no. What? Like, hey, they want to send y'all some drinks. I say, we send them drinks. Hey, is something.
Yeah, all because we're not paying the entertainment attention. Yeah, right. I'm watching the entertainment right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's a very spending what 4 years there. It's definitely interesting.
You a grown man if you can graduate from school down there, boy.
Yeah,
grown.
It took me a summer. I didn't graduate exactly in 4. My dad was not happy about that.
That's okay.
But I got out of there though.
Man, I remember the first night we got down there. Man. God.
Yeah. He said, I just spit my drink out on that, A-Trap.
Yeah, man. They're like, y'all gay? We like, no, we ain't gay. They said, that's a bottle of Hennessy. Came over and kicked it with
a bottle.
Yeah. And they banned the food that day. They were trying to seduce us.
All the legs and eggs they're eating.
Yeah. That was during that time. We was drinking smearing off ice because that's about all we could really.
They was mud ducking. Ain't nothing happened. They was mud ducking. But we drank their liquor.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. But man, I can still remember the parties, man. They used to have a bus. They would basically pull up a bus to take you to. I mean, it's like you couldn't. Yeah. If you wanted to do something, they made it pretty easy for you to be able to go to school.
Yeah, when Playboys was here, I think it was Playboys at the time. There was the same way. They had like a damn party bus outside. I'm like, where is this bus going? Like, what?
They would take you to whatever club was going on that Friday night. That was
3:30 in the morning.
What was the name of that joint? It used to be a grocery store. 112.
Club 112.
Gosh, yeah, I think one time I remember that.
Yeah.
I ain't heard that name in a minute.
Friday night, man. Friday night, Saturday night.
Yeah. I remember I dropped off my cousin Chris down there years later. And there's this chick, she looked just like Principal Greer. And I was going to shoot at her. And Chris cut me, got in front of me.
Yeah.
He didn't realize the Atlanta culture. You know, the Atlanta culture is make your move. You know, none of that.
Yeah.
Right. Chilling in the cut.
Yeah. Ain't no sitting
all
back.
Baby in
sitting back and waiting.
And she's this is one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. She's like, "Are you trying to sleep with me or what? Because you're doing way too much talking."
Right. Way too much talking. I was trying to get the business.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. And the A, man.
Cowboys was open on Sundays. Wait, wrong city.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow.
All right.
Cowboy. That's big Illinois. We used to be at the Cowboys.
That's a spot. Is that a spot in Chicago?
Our suburbs, baby.
Okay.
That's the spot. That big Illinois big brother. He like unofficially my big brother too.
Baby dolls.
We used to go to the spot. This dude was legendary in all the spots. One day we went in there, we all kicking it. We used to bum rush them spots. One day we in there, it's a Sunday. We walk in the joint and we hear this dude, I ain't gonna say his name, his wife might be listening. We hear big homie holler. He throwing dollars at her and she doing all this crazy stuff. And you hear him go, "Do it again." She'll do it again. He'll go, "You nasty."
Hey, man, for the A, man, it's some good memories, man. The times we had. Yeah, can't do that now, man. Can't do that.
Yeah, social media gets you fired, boy.
Out of there.
Yeah. Now, the area that me and Wilkes work on, Harry Hines. If you're not familiar with Harry Hines,
and Doris, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, it's going down. It's going down right now on Harry Hines. Right now.
Oh, it's live and in
Once
charge,
it get dark, it's going down right now.
Doris, Spearmint, Rhino.
Hey, and the funny thing is, they have this sign, or they had it. I guess they took it away, but it says like prostitution is legal or is illegal, and you will be prosecuted. And it's just they just walking up and down the street. I'm sure they probably they don't care about that sign.
Harry Hines has been legendary since I was a kid, man. I mean, when you scold on somebody's mama and you talk about she was down on Harry Hines, sir.
Yeah.
It's time out. Hey, we rumbling, baby.
At that point, you're like, oh, okay.
You can say everything else.
Okay,
we doing Harry Hines? Oh, we rumbling. We rumbling, baby.
You on the floor. We got popped on the south side of Chicago in a prostitution sting. Hey, yo, wow. I was trying to holler for real. All right, man. I came and got
okay, sure, buddy.
I'm on way, man.
Sure.
Yeah, Harry Hines is legendary, my friend.
Yeah.
But knowing Nolan, he was. Nolan would try to holler at a chicken, a literal chicken. Nolan was, if you were
female, he was working on his game.
Come on.
If you were female, Nolan found something attractive about you. Man, hey man,
This the Nolan is gone, right? Rest in
yeah,
peace,
Nolan gone, man. Hey
Rest in
man,
peace, Nolan.
Yeah.
this dude Nolan. It was just it's this girl in the office with me and Nolan worked together. And every time she walked in, he used to say one or two things every time she walked. She had a big chest. And she used to wear that Marge Simpson hairdo. So when she got her hair done, every time she walked in the office, remember that Nas song? He say she's a hood rat, like Thelma, James Dorr. Every time she walked in the office, he would go, Thelma, James Dorr. or she had on some real tight, he would go, Hooters.
She worked in the office with y'all.
Gosh. Everybody thought I was the silliest dude in the whole building because I was the only dude that understood what he was saying.
Right.
And then
but they didn't get it. They didn't get it.
Yeah. One day she stopped him, and this dude named Mike Beats, he saved Nolan. He was like, Thelma, James' daughter. She said, "What that mean?" She was got mad energy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And Mike walked in. He said, "Man, that's a compliment." No, you calling me Thelma? Mike walked in. Mike was my age now, or maybe even older now, 20 years ago. Mike walked past. He said, "Mike, who's the finest woman in the history of TV?" He was like, Thelma from Good Times. And kept walking. He was like, "See? Oh, you think I look like Thelma?" I was like,
Gotcha.
Maybe with your eyes closed, you look like that.
Right. If I squint a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe you did at one point.
No. At no point did she look like that.
At no point?
No. She would. I guarantee you, if they had a baby picture of that girl and a baby picture of Thelma,
she gonna look like that.
No, she don't even look like that. No.
Wow.
This chick
at no point at all.
No, she was some kind of ugly, Jack. That girl was that girl was mud ducking, Jack.
Oh man.
All right, let's get back to
the topic.
Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this up. 3 ways. So obviously they get towards the end. Lorraine, they were talking about how pretty much she was in love with Justin, and the other girl was like just talking about all types of random stuff. Yeah. It was like, y'all wasn't really vibing together.
Right.
Exactly. So that part made sense, in the film. But they finally got to the threesome and they did it. And yeah, it was definitely awkward. Their thoughts were super awkward, and their movement they was kind of vibing together. But you could tell that Lorraine and Lorraine and Stacey were jostling for position.
Yeah, Lorraine wasn't playing, man.
She wasn't playing.
Lorraine,
like she was in her head. It was like, this my man, and yeah,
he literally said, "This is my man," with those big teeth in your head.
Right. You an extra. You can go sit over there and watch.
Go sit down.
And then she turned her on. So I'm like, yeah, go. That part, I was probably funny.
Oh gosh.
Get her, baby.
She like a cheerleader on the sideline.
I was like, cheerleader?
Yeah.
Oh man.
But Lorraine was in the paint like an Olajuwon.
Yeah,
she was A1. She was in there
working it. She was working it.
Yeah. I could watch that twice.
Yeah, really. Oh. Yeah, I ain't going back and watching this one. Yeah, that one time.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, that one time was good enough. Same thing like Issa Rae's new rap.
Oh Lord, I hadn't watched it. Was it good? Was it?
It's good. It's good. It's
but it's not worth a rewatch.
It is just not for me personally. I'm not gonna rewatch.
Yeah, I ain't watching that. Man.
Well, that explains for me then, because I watched the first. Well, I started the first episode. I think I got 20 minutes in. That was 20.
It's Issa Rae. Insecure. They everybody sleep with everybody. It's about that same like thing. Just rappers is rapping instead. Yeah,
I'm good.
But all right,
I would like to see a movie from the man point of view from Insecure.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, because Yeah, because
she's actually working on
always
another.
from her head, right? Yeah, it was always.
It was from the female perspective.
Yeah.
The guy was kind of like either he was no good, or he was weak, or he was annoying, or he was not enough. So yeah, it would be nice to have it from a. Well, they kind of got that show that's on NBC. What's the name of that show?
I guess Dream On was kind of from the man's perspective.
I don't think I was
Martin Tupper. I'm older than y'all. Yeah, I'm showing.
Yeah, that sounds familiar, but I don't think I know that.
On HBO, dude used to be smashing every episode. And what was his name?
Me, but I'm
he
not
was
sure.
on. There was one black dude was on there. He was on The Parkers, the one that Monique was chasing.
Oh yeah.
He was on Dream On, dude. But Martin Tupper was smashing every Sunday.
That sounds so familiar.
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah,
it was like if Steve Carell was getting laid a lot.
Oh yeah, I remember the show, but like I said, by that, I wasn't watching that.
Steve Carell.
Dude, kind of reminds me.
That's a comparable.
This is like actor. To me, this reminds me of the one that what's his name did, where he was a teacher, but then he was like sleeping with the moms, like on the side. I can't think of
Big.
Yeah. It was that's what Dream On reminded me of. I remember Dream On, but I obviously wasn't watching it. But when I saw the little thumbnail, I was like, oh, I know this movie here. But yeah.
It looked like a typical. You look like a typical, I don't know, 80s, 90s dad, especially with that sweater.
Well, that's kind of like how Big was. That's kind of like how Big was.
Dad had that sweater in these.
But the thing with Dream On, it was HBO was relatively new nationwide. That's when the cable boom started.
Right, because Showtime and Cinemax Showtime and Cinemax already in the game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was already in the game. But the thing is, it was back in the time that all you had to do was show some nudity and you had a hit show.
Yeah, because HBO and Showtime HBO and Cinemax were notorious, especially HBO.
Yeah,
because it was one of those things where it's like, okay, this is not happening on the Wonder Years. This isn't happening on regular TV. Cable was always that risky option.
Yeah, cable definitely took it there. Yeah.
Right.
What's the name of the show O.J. Simpson used to be on? I think it was called First and 10.
Oh, was it an office job? Was he working in an office?
It was a team situation. O.J. Simpson.
That sounds.
It was on HBO.
It used to come on before Dream On.
Right. But it was like 30 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, all those shows are 30 minutes back then.
It was only like 30 minutes. I think
maybe it was.
I forgot he was in that show.
Yeah, it was.
Did he do the weather or he did the sports in that show?
I don't even remember. I just remember OJ being on there because it was Super Dave.
T.D. Parker was his name, and it was called First and 10. Yeah,
First and 10.
Yeah,
Prince
Hughes, Cliff Frazier. I don't know if any of those.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, man, it was crazy. It was insane, man.
Yeah. Appreciate you, CJ, for tuning in. He said, "What's good, y'all?" I'm a little late. Yeah, I'm tuning in though. We appreciate that.
Debo was in there.
Yeah, he was.
Tommy Lester was in there too.
Yeah. I mean, they had everybody.
They had quite a bit. They had, I think Delta Burke was in there.
Man, everybody was on that show. It was one of those shows that they just put so many stars in it. Right. I don't even remember the plot on one episode.
It was kind of like Night Court for sports.
Yeah.
Night Court was
Naked Gun for sports. Yeah.
Pretty.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
It was just stupid, and you would see breasts, and I was.
It was just like, whoa, okay.
It was like, hey, breasts, breasts.
Yeah.
You know, kind of made that. You between 16 and like 24. That's all they had to do is.
That was the best thing.
Yeah, that was it. Well, that's why I said Married with Children would have been out of this world had they let Al Bundy. I mean,
oh my God!
You give Married
that
with
show
Children.
Today. The amount of people that would be boycotting that show today.
They can't show that. Hey, that's why it's on Hulu reruns.
Yeah, man.
Married with Children.
Al Bundy was the man.
Man, hey, hold on. There was this episode where we worked. You know, you worked at the shoe store.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of like big women that
Oh, that wouldn't make it to the body shaming. Body shaming.
Man.
Oh, that wouldn't have made it. Because that's all he
Yeah.
talked about. He's like, you sure you're a size 2? More like a
Yeah.
size ham.
Man, that dude was just
man.
going
This, man.
in. Going
And that
in.
one episode on that, man, Al Bundy made this little speech. And, you know, it was TV. But
Yeah.
when he said what he said, I was like, he's right. This dude called him a loser. He was like, what? I'm a loser. He said,
Yeah.
I know my wife takes all my money. I know
Yeah,
my
I
kids are horrible. And he kept going. He was like, the fact that I don't wake up in the morning and put a bullet in my head means I'm a winner. I was like,
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. There was moments where they kind of, sneak that in there. But
yeah, I was like,
yeah.
damn.
Oh, God. Trying to bring back Married with Children today? Oh, no. Oh, God. That's
Even
why
even the Office. I don't think
Oh,
you
the
can do
Office
that
can't
today
come
either.
back. You can't even talk about
Nah.
hell.
Nah.
Yeah, the Office was. Ooh.
Yeah.
See, man, maybe they need to bring that stuff back, man, because
We talked about it a few months ago. You bring back something like the Jeffersons and Archie Bunker, and oh gosh.
But see, they wouldn't bring back the Jefferson and Archie Bunker because they had honest social commentary.
Right.
You destroy a bunch of lies, you bring back the Jefferson and Archie Bunker.
Oh, absolutely. Because here's a crazy thing. Even though he didn't like black people and George didn't like Asian Mexicans, they came together to agree on that. But even in that moment, they still worked on some kind of crazy idea.
Yeah.
But they don't want to see that because they don't want to think, oh, well, he's a Democrat, he's a Republican. Well, we don't like independence. Well, I guess we can work, that kind of crazy, But
yeah, it was just
that stuff exists. Yeah, it was just Archie Bunker and All in the Family and Jeffersons were just, they were way.
1972, you had a chance, did the episode.
Right. Good luck. Even rolling into the 80s, you had the Golden Girls talking about immigration.
And the Confederate flag with Donald Trump.
And the Confederate flag. And being hooked on opiates.
Yeah.
Somebody was hooked to pain pills in there.
And no Rose Island was addicted to sex.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out to Wifey. She said people are too sensitive. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you for
This
tuning
is President, First Lady.
Hey, but I think it's just, I know it's going to be a parallel, but I think it's just like sports. It's going to take one person to change it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then to go back to where it used to be. Because
and the fact is, this stuff is available to watch.
Right.
The Office is available on these things that they didn't go away. They're just not on TV.
They're just not readily
on a nightly basis. So, I think you could still do shows like this.
Right.
People just don't have to you can't take Married with Children serious.
Exactly.
It was a comedy.
I couldn't.
You can't take The Office serious.
It was literally like
the manager was an idiot.
Yeah, it was like, come on,
you
man.
can't take these shows serious. This is not real life, people.
Al's not really walking around here calling them fat rhinoceros. It's Al Bundy. It's like, come on, you can't take anything serious. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Pull card, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
5 touchdowns in one game.
5 touchdowns in one quarter. Yeah.
Hey man, if I'd have had 5 touchdowns, I would take that to the grave.
They talk about that every day.
Man, I would bring. Hey, if I would have scored 5 touchdowns in the game, I'll be talking about that right now. Hey, Strap, how you like this movie? It kind of reminded me of the day I had 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of that one day I threw 5 touchdowns. The Willie Jones, man. Willie Jones had 3, and Leroy Jones had 2.
I ain't gonna lie, boy.
Yeah.
5 touchdowns is hard to do against 8th graders. Right.
Yeah. All right, let's get to it. Final thoughts and a mic rating. What was your mic rating before? What is your mic rating now? We're gonna go to Wilkes first.
I'll put it at I didn't have a before, so I'm gonna just say it was 3 mics.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it 3 mics just for the conversations I've heard. I'll give it 3 mics for of course we mentioned some of the comedies from the 90s, early 2000s. Those movies that kind of made me feel like it when I was watching it. But I have to give it 3 mics. Because I've heard these conversations before. I've literally heard these in the workplace. I've heard them from family members, people on chat rooms. I mean, let's just be honest, So yeah, it was relatable as far as the banter and the conversations, and the wackiness.
Yeah. Just the pure, the awkward comedy.
Yes.
That part was pretty genius to be able to do it in this type of way for this type of situation. So yeah, definitely.
I'll give it a 2.5. I walked in the door with a 2.5. I give it a 2.5. I think 2.5 is average.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad. Yeah, I don't think that's. I mean, I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, entertaining commentary. The young ladies come. Like I said, this was a genuine conversation. Inner monologue. Yeah.
People going on through their own heads.
Right.
Just their thoughts being said out loud from the different perspectives. Yes, people are too sensitive nowadays. People will literally be raised.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh.
Because you're gonna people are gonna say stuff to you. You're gonna experience life.
I mean, what are you supposed to do when you become an adult and they talk to you like that?
Yeah.
I mean,
shoot up the school.
Right.
Boycott the school. Boycott the job.
Hey, your parents. It was one of those things where your parents just, if they can talk about you all they want, but until they put their hands on you, you better finish it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
It's like, and the word's gonna come, no matter how young or old you are, and it's like, okay, eventually you just got to develop some kind of tough skin, or some kind of hit them where it hurts. That's what I tell my daughter when they pick on her at school. And it's just like, hey, but you're getting your work done, right? Ask them what they doing.
Right. What y'all learning? Right.
Well, if I was your daughter's father, I would go with just say your mama. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, trust me.
Say sometimes. Sometimes you gotta talk back. You gotta crack on them.
Right. Exactly. You gotta hit them. You gotta hit them. I hate to do it, but hey, if she's passing a certain grade, a certain curriculum, and they're not passing it, okay, well, ask them to spell kumquat. I mean, one of them things. It's kind of like
I ask them what grade they're gonna be in next year.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Oh, they really don't like that. So it's like, dude,
hey, depending on what year you in, you can hit them with the ever present. Oh, they messed up your credits, right?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
That is a universal excuse.
Yeah. Yeah. You got held back, didn't you? Yeah.
Exactly.
That's why you're so old, huh?
Right. How long
exactly.
You been?
They can run and tell instead of defending themselves, or they won't have thick skin.
Yeah, you got
stuff gonna be said to you.
Right. It don't happen down there with y'all, but up here, this is also the go-to. My mama moved me down south one year.
That's a good one too. That's a good one.
30.
Yeah, right.
Great.
Right.
But you hella old. You still
you got a beard, bro.
Right.
In 5th grade, you got a beard, homie. How long did you stay down south? When you were a slave?
You dropped your daughter off at daycare before you came to school, man. Come on,
man. Off at daycare.
Come on, man.
Babies having babies, man.
I mean, I've seen. Just like another thing. Like I've seen people, and I think I mentioned this a while back. Like even with the cow roping competition, you know how long cow roping been around? And I got people in the comments talking about, that poor whatever. I'm like, come on, man. As soon as they do what they do, they cut the ropes off, and that cow is out of there.
Now, what about this?
Still drink milk.
No, about this. Ooh, that poor cow.
Right. Exactly. Thank you. Right.
Or eating a steak or eating a hamburger.
Like, come on, man. We gotta. It's just getting out of
control.
How
do you think the food's made? Okay.
No, give me my leather jacket.
I was like, I'm vegetarian too. Most of these animals eating hay and grains and grass, so it makes me vegetarian. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Right. I mean, what they eat? They
once
eat
removed. You're vegetarian once removed.
Exactly. Like, hey, it's grass fed.
Right here, bro.
Grass fed, right?
I guess it's important.
Yeah, grass fed. Yeah. Free range, right? Yeah.
Yeah, free range, baby. A1
jacket.
He makes fish with a D Greg.
Right. Classic. Yeah. Hey, that's a classic line right there too.
Fix me some of that Dick Gregory.
Yeah, fix me that Dick Gregory.
Right.
But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3. I felt like it was a little bit above average. The dialogue was pretty dope. The characters played their role well, especially Stacey with the awkwardness. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3. I felt like, you know, it definitely has to be on a curve. I agree with you, A-Trap, because it wasn't like it was, you know,
a whole lot of bread poured.
Oh yeah, it wasn't like it was Gabrielle Union and Michael B. Jordan, and I mean it was, you know, up and coming actors, similar to what we did last week. So yeah, I'll give it a 3. I feel like that's solid. So what's coming up tomorrow on End of the Bench?
Tomorrow on End of the Bench, let me pull this up, man. Episode 1 of a series I'm doing called Butt Naked Under Your Clothes. No, I'm just playing.
Hey,
Bucket Nuggets.
I'm talking about basic income and how, you know, there are mayors throughout the country that are pushing basic income. One mayor in California, which is sad, he put out basic income, changed the financial situation of the town, and then they didn't reelect him. How stupid is that?
Oh, wow.
Talk about the lies in media and how we must start supporting people like Roland Martin, Phil Scott, and Build and Destroy. Because,
Yes.
but I'm being serious because
Like media.
when Don Lemon was done, we have to start support BS3 in the bench. Don, because it's look, CNN. If you ask me, CNN declared war on our community when they said they want more conservatives on there. You're trying to step up in Fox Place.
Oh, yeah, and, right. Absolutely.
That's what it sounded like with that comment. Yeah.
Well, they got what's his name, Ding Dong, already on the panel. Oh gosh, I can't think of this dude's name, but he was A-Trap may know who I'm talking about. The white dude, and he's always on the panel, but he's got to be the opposing.
Yeah, I know his name.
He's always
he was a senator or something.
Yeah, he was a senator, but he's always got to be the opposing.
Yeah, he's definitely.
I can't think of the guy.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Antagonist.
Not that. Contrarian.
Yes.
Yeah. He always
Santorum. I think his name.
Rick Santorum. There you go.
Yeah. That dude, man. Look at this guy out here.
Yeah, he's definitely the type of dude that you tie a brick through to him, push him in the water.
Yeah. Exactly. Like Rick, chill out, man. You can't believe what you just said come out of your mouth, bro.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna talk about some of these. You know, okay, we make Twitter hot. We made Twitter the thing. We made Facebook the thing. Now it's this new thing. It's like Google, but it's more advanced than Google. It's called Chat GPT.
Yep.
When you go to Chat GPT, you go to Chat GPT, I'll go, David Wilkes. Is David Wilkes a great cook? And they'll go, we can't find anything on David Wilkes. And I'm like, he just posted this the last 4 days. Oh, excuse me. For giving you misinformation, and then they'll update their situations.
Wow.
Yeah. AI.
So here's the thing. They're paying Kenyans $2 a day to update this information. But my issue is this. Tune in tomorrow, I'll tell you. No, I'm just saying. My issue is this. We don't want to engage because Microsoft just gave these people $10 billion.
Wow.
Oh, I can see that. Because didn't I know like because Google just did their thing with bread.
Right. But if we don't get involved, they can erase us from history.
Right. Because this open AI is getting crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can just speak whatever the hell you want. It's like it's AI Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Anybody can edit it.
It'll write articles for you. It'll make videos for you.
Right. So we have to be engaged, but it's like, do we want to be engaged? And
right.
It's we in a conundrum at this point. But I was talking to like shameless plug, me, my man G grade, grade A. Me and Mo, we are going to do a show called The Cheap Seats, where culture meets conversation. We're gonna have these conversations. And we in a bad situation right now, man. The community, the culture is in a bad situation because Either you participate and make them billions of dollars, trillions of dollars potentially, or you don't participate and you are erased from history. Because this, like, okay, fun fact. How many of y'all knew today was Happy Memorial's Day?
I don't think I knew that because it's covered up with. I think it's covered up with May Day.
Yeah, Memorial Day started today. In 1865, after the war ended, our ancestors went to unmarked graves and put flowers there. They also went to mass graves, dug them up, and gave them honorable graves.
Now that I know, but I didn't know it was today.
Yeah, I didn't know it. So it started May 1st through the end of May?
No, they changed it to the end.
Oh, okay.
It's called I forgot the name of the damn thing. Black people. Y'all, black. 1 second, I'll get it for you. It is called. Oh boy, this will be the one time I can't find it. But anyway, yeah. But today is the day, and we started it today. But you don't know these things because they're not taught, and it's just,
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
So either we participate and make you money to no benefit, or we don't participate and get erased from the world. Then you got like that Indian dude on TV get Don Lemon fired because he's trying to tell Don Lemon the experience of a black man. And he's not a black man, and then he's gonna try to say, well, we should be able to have this conversation without bringing up our race. Well, you just identified my people and told me how my people are. So no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. You talking about Gupta?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
1 second.
Yeah. He was basically the COVID expert that they used to bring on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He up there telling Don Lemon about the black experience. And that's what. And
you don't know what that is. You know from the outside looking in, but you don't know what it is. So, all right. So make sure to check out End of the Bench tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central. Possibly you'll have a Queen 3 and King with special guest host AJ Jones of the Lunch Break Sports Show. And we may possibly be covering tomorrow's Stars game, round 2, game 1. We'll be here in Dallas, so we'll keep everyone posted on that. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'm not sure. We haven't really solidified what we're going to do next week, but we'll keep you guys posted as we always do. You'll know when the show is scheduled. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. New people in the comments. Anna, thank you for coming through. We appreciate the support of all the viewers and listeners. And A-Trap, go ahead and close us out.
Y'all already know. If I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God. God.
Him upstairs.
Him upstairs.